What's correct with you people? Anansi here and welcome back to Sudeki. In the last one, we made it to Transcentia. Um, and that's about it. We made it to Transcentia. We fixed the elevator because the guy on duty, he didn't want to do it. And he doesn't get paid hazard pay. He doesn't have a jetpack. This time around, we're going to continue our way up to Transcentia. Just kind of not worried about talking to anybody right now because, well, as of right now, there's something out there. We have more important things to do than to talk to a lot of people at the moment. And when we can get around to talking to them, trust me, I will be doing it. Excuse me. Talk.
Greetings, I am your lift attendant. Which level would you like to go to?
Okay, let's go to the Transcentine Research. No, let's go to level 3, University and Kamos.
Going up?
So, that's how the elevators work in this city. Instead of using you know, what's the one I'm looking for? Instead of using ladders and stuff to get around and all that kind of 1 to 2 level structures. Here, you just let them know where you're trying to go, and you initiate a cutscene that will take you there. Do keep in mind it can be very easy to get confused on that. Also, do not worry about going to Kamos. Like I mentioned earlier, we now have everything from Kamo we're ever going to need. At this point, it's just selling florins to the appropriate traders in order to make some money to upgrade our weapons and armor. So you really have no need to deal with that at all. So don't even bother going to Kamos. Now let's go in here. Okay, Transcentia University. Now, if I remember correctly, if you go over here, I think in here is someone I do want to talk to first for continuing on.
Ah, you must be the new students. I have an exam here. See if you can answer all the questions.
Okay. I'm not a freeloading student.
What do you mean? The Transcentine University trains scientists will one day help all of humanity. Once they get past the party lifestyle, encouraged by the generous student discount, the Rusty Cog Tavern, that is.
Interesting. That guy looks like he's missing an eye. Like, I'll take the exam. There's a prize.
A healthy and dexterous mind is a glittering prize indeed. But yes, there are side benefits.
Okay then, I'll give it a try.
Excellent. No conferring, eyes down, and study the exam sheet.
Scarecrow's evil magical entities are best defeated by blocking their spinning attack and counterattacking. True. Venom gnats are good at dodging melee attacks. True. The Weird's earthquake attack can damage you even if you block. I believe this is also true.
You've scraped through the exam and gained a passing mark. But I feel you have underachieved somewhat. Still, you deserve something for your efforts.
So that means I got a skill cell. It means I got something wrong. So let me talk to this guy one more time.
Ah, you must be the new student.
Okay, so then let's go ahead and try this again.
Excellent.
Thanks. So what are you doing? Arcanites are capable of teleporting behind you in combat. True. Where's Earthquake? Block. I'm gonna go ahead and say true that as well.
You got them all correct. Well
Okay.
done. You deserve some recognition from the scientific community. Take this.
All right, now what do we get? A skill potion. Okay, so I don't think you can take this repeatedly to get skill potions. Hello there.
Well, greetings. My name is Brace, Dr. Brace, TSA of the Research and Development Office. My speciality is in flora and fauna. Pleased to meet you.
Nifty. I hear there's been trouble at the research center. Wait a minute, what? We'll come back here. We'll come back to that, because apparently there's trouble at the research center that I have not heard about yet. So, yeah, we'll come back to that. Big mining robots. Another thing about Sudeki is that sometimes you can know things even if you don't ask. I think the idea is that you're supposed to ask around and hear a couple of things. Since I bypassed that, we don't know about a lot of it, but it's still there. Anyway, we want to go this way and up through here, I believe.
Elko, how is my star pupil? Come to collect the crystal?
Ah, professor, daar ben je. Elish, Buki, wat are you doing here? Professor, u moet zich schamen, op uw leeftijd.
Willkommen!
We came for the crystal. The professor here has been helping us with our inquiries.
It seems the crystal has affected the machines in the complex, and they have become autonomous.
Wait, what machines? Professor, what's going on?
We have been using some of your old techniques, Elko. Drawing power from crystals and using it as the driving force behind an entirely automated complex. We called it the Kren system.
Huh?
You see, the school was controlled entirely by one central unit.
And that unit was powered by the magic of the Transcendine crystal.
Now then, miss, let's not cloud the issue with words like magic. Kren, the robot, was designed to scan and map the geology of an area. It produces images of possible crystal deposits. The thing is, once we connected the crystal as a power supply, Kren began to show an entirely new set of data.
What sort of data? Where do you two fit in with this?
Look, the geography looks familiar, but we know there are no crystals along the coastline of Haskelia. That's when it hit me. This data is not referring to Haskelia at all. This scan is of another world entirely, one that mirrors ours.
We told Professor Hayton about how the Shadani crystal sent us to the realm of shadows, and he thinks there may be a way to use the portal system to find more crystals for your machine.
We are going into the complex to try and get a crystal from Kren. The professor insisted that we waited for you two, though.
Well, at least he did one thing right. My dear Professor, I warned you about this long ago. Before you know it, you'll have renegade hardware replicating itself without human help.
I'm afraid that's already happened. Kren has locked the doors of the CPU and no one dares venture inside the complex. I can open the research center doors for you, however.
So much for the simple task of collection, then. Now we have to snatch the crystal from the hands of a deranged robot.
Pleased to see me, then?
I'm always pleased to see you. But I'm not looking forward to explaining this to your mother.
Good luck in there. When you come out with the crystal, we can conduct a few experiments of our own, and I guarantee you another even more powerful crystal, Elko.
All right, so now we have to build. Now we're going to be going into. Well, never going to. Now we have the option to go into the research facility. However, there's a bunch of things we need to do first before we go in there, because there are side quests that we need to do within the facility itself. And believe me when I say you want to get all these side quests now, because a lot of them are very important. Some of which you can only do outside. Well, let's say something outside. Let's see what this guy can say. Anything interesting?
Greetings. My model number is XKD8. Did you know raw Transcentium can be processed and used in the manufacture of decryption devices?
Raw minerals, not raw chestnut, but whatever. It always happens.
Come to see Professor G, huh? Well, what do you want to know about?
Can all Arcanines teleport? What do you know about weirds?
Weirds? Like all light spawn, they seem to appear here out of thin air. But it is obvious that these creatures are real heavyweights. Larger than humans, they can use unblockable earthquake attacks in combat. Well, what do you want to know about?
Well, so it looks like you can talk to several people around Transcendentine if you want to learn a little bit more about if you want to be able to pass that test. So a few things first. While we're sitting in here, I want to go ahead and kind of bring this up. Back there, it sounded like to some non-speaker of the language. It sounded like Elko was speaking another language, probably made up one if you don't know about it. No, he's speaking Dutch, and it basically translates to, "Professor, there you are." And then when he sees Buki Eilish, he goes, "Professor, you should be ashamed at your age." And the professor in German goes, "Welcome." So yeah, if you know a little bit of extra, if you know other languages, you'll be able to pick up on that. And can I just say, I find it interesting that they didn't make Elko German as a scientist, because 9 times out of 10 they usually make the scientist German or something. No, they made him Dutch. But I thought it was an interesting little tidbit here. But yeah, no, I mean, you want to go around here to certain individuals. I think down here should be the professor. Yes, that's him right here. No, that's not him at all. Oh, that's not him. I think he has something else.
Hello, I am technician Shakespeare. I'm helping Godgetru research the supposed portal site they have unearthed. I must say, though, I disagree with their findings.
Okay. You don't believe in the portal system?
No, I do not. I believe in nearly everything else but the wretched portal system. It's just old mumbo-jumbo, in my opinion. Still, I get paid for the work, so I shouldn't complain.
At least he's practical. Why do you disagree with the findings?
Well, I believe in fact alone. So far, we have conducted hundreds of experiments on the portal site, and Godgetru still insists that there is a way to unlock it. I think the idea of a cosmic key is a wild shot in the dark.
What he doesn't know is that we are literally holding it right now. That is hilarious. So we can't do nothing with that at the moment. So there are a few people we want to talk to around here. Like with every single area in the game we've been to so far, there is a collection quest for this. And I believe you have to go up and down a couple of floors to get to it. Okay, so let's go to the observatory.
Going up.
I believe, if I'm correct, this should be our first stop. Because we're going to pick up a couple of quests. I don't think there's too many quests to pick up for Transcentia. I think it's like 2 or 3. And you know, some hidden goodies to get her along the way here. So let's go over here. Okay, this guy's gonna be our way a little bit. And then there's a. Well, I'm gonna hold that off on that one for a second here, because that one's gonna be a bit of a pain in the butt to do. But yeah, no, we are. Okay, so yeah, okay, so there's this over here. Treasure chest. With 500 florins in it. Nice. Anyway, where was I getting at again? All right, yeah. So side quests and whatnot. There's just a couple here. I think most, if not all of them, are not hard. There is one side quest we're going to have to cheese like you wouldn't believe in order to do, but it is there. Now, another thing to bring up, and I kind of glossed over it a little bit here, but the Professor Hayton mentioned that the Kryn system went rogue. So since we have a Skynet issue on our hands, either Skynet or there's another one, Androgenet. Now you know what that one is. Androgenet scale. Basically, they mess with forces they don't comprehend, and every single scientist, well, most every single scientist here, seems to just disavow magic in its entirety. And that's where you're going like, people, really? Check. Power plant controls are difficult to understand. Better not touch them. Okay. That up right now. Locked. Access to the power trench to fulfill known as Miss Lupa. So we need to find someone named Miss Lupa in order to properly do this. But yeah, no, so the robot system went berserk essentially after showing off a set of coordinates that is pretty much similar to the Illumina coastline, but a little bit different in the fact that we don't have any crystal deposits along this coastline. So we're sitting here, so we got a mystery on our hands. Like, what, like, why was it that Kren went crazy? Let's go ahead and switch with data. So it doesn't really matter who you go in with. I was kind of switching around from person to person at the moment. And so it's kind of interesting how that works. Oh, Miss Lupa's in 2 3. So here's Miss Lupa.
Hey, do you believe in alien life? I do. I am deeply interested in the possibilities of there being other life forms out there. I am a stargazer. That's neat, don't you think?
Okay, well, let's not go with that one. That's a little bit rude. How do you power your telescope?
I power my telescope with the rare rock type omnium. Maybe you could collect some for me. Robots use omnium as their power source. When you put one out of service, bring me its omnium and I will pay you handsomely.
So yeah, this is where we needed omnium. Have you noticed any changes in the sky lately?
The sky has been getting darker at night. I've started seeing stars I couldn't make out before. I wonder if it's part of the weather cycle or something more sinister.
Interesting. So we have a character here who is in Transcentia, right? Yeah, I guess that's the map, Sudeki. We have a character here who believes in alien life, who is a scientist, or at the very least, yeah, is a scientist. I don't think there's another word, outside there. And she believes in alien life, and she has been laughed out of the area, which lets me know that, which informs us that at least here in Transcentia, the idea of alien life is more believable than the magic that's happening literally around them. Like, really?
Greetings.
Like, really? 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 But hey, to each their own. So we want to go to, I want to say, the university next.
Going down.
The university should be our next stop. So we're going to skip past Tuesdays. I believe they actually load you going past. No, they don't. Okay. No, I guess I was wrong with that one. So I believe it's. Is it over here? No, I might actually have to go up one. I might actually have to go up one. Actually, let's start this. Let's just skip real fast.
I will answer your questions if I can.
Okay, so what do you know about anthropology?
Here's a random fact for you. Gnat stingers are valuable commodities among certain traders.
Okay, so that's pretty much all he has. I believe there should be something in here inside the robotics room. There should be a quest in here. I'm like I said, I am going from memory right now, so I could be completely wrong about this. The part that bipedal automatons.
Welcome to Transcentia, my friends. I am Kibo, research scientist and fellow of the university.
So basically, every single robot here is his design. What is the research center?
It is one of my pet projects. The center is designed to find and conduct experiments on rare crystals and elements. It's run by the Kren system, a system which, despite its recent problems, worked perfectly well in testing.
Okay, well that's testing.
I know that crystals may be powerful, but we are still very ignorant of how they actually work. Some of the work Illumina encourages us to carry out is frankly irresponsible without more considered research.
Interesting. So no, he didn't actually have a new quest. I know there's at least 2 more quests for us to grab. One of which we do have to do will have to be done inside the facility. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much how that works. Sorry, I'm trying to work this from memory because I'm trying to prove to myself that I can still remember half the things that I play in my lifetime. Because this game is not that Department of Dimensional Transportation. Okay. Click beep. Anything here? Anything here? Anything? Who knows? I don't think I've ever actually been inside this room. There's a pot to break. Nothing inside the pot. That 2 pots to break. There's nothing inside of either of them. Oh, 3 pots! And nothing in all of them. Alright then, so there's nothing here. Okay, so then I definitely know what the last 2 are. I want to say we gotta be on level 2 to get one of them, and then we gotta head back to, we always gotta head back to this level, but I want to upgrade some weaponry first before we actually do this particular side quest. Because it is a doozy, and you want to be prepared. So there's a rusty cog. You can see the sign there. So it looks like it's down 1 more level. So whatever level we're on, let's go down 1 more level. Yeah, so this is keyboard. So we're on level 3, so let's go on level 2. So you need to use different lists to get on to level 1. Okay, so I believe we go which way here? Which way? There's a rusty cog, so there should be a staircase here. See it over there. So we gotta go around? That's a little bit odd. Oh, here it is, here it is. My bad, I need to hook a right. Before we go over there, let's go around this way. You always want to look for goodies. You always want to look for goodies. So we're still trying to find those last couple of totems. Acquired Reptopolo hide. Yep, here we go.
Prizes and surprises.
500 florins. Now, correct, you want to come down here, and I want to say you're right. Excuse me, robot. Here you are.
Greetings. My name is Heart, and I am programmed to welcome you. I wish I could welcome you with more feeling, but unfortunately my heart is just not in it.
Uh-huh. Heart is an unusual name for a robot.
I have a more numeric serial number, but most humans prefer a name to a number string.
Okay, and she has a heart around her neck, so that's pretty interesting to distinguish her from, but you're a heart. I thought robots don't have hearts.
Hey, that's a fast calculation. I am an experimental model. I have my own special heart circuit that reproduces human-style emotions when it is correctly fitted, but I'm afraid to say that I have given my heart away following an illogical and irrational moment with a robot guard in the Transcentia Research Center mines. I don't suppose you would get my heart circuit back for me. I just can't face the droid that left me anymore.
Okay, so this robot had a experimental system inside of it that allowed it to feel human-like emotions. And in a moment of romance, she gave up her heart. Cautionary tale or something else? I'll let you decide. Okay, interesting.
Welcome to the Rusty Cog. My ID is Sappy, and I am programmed to welcome you. How can I serve you? Would you like to hydrate your body tissue or shut down and sleep?
Okay, so this is a tavern that you can sleep at, and she is designed to look more human than the other ones. As a matter of fact, I think that's just the Tilly model. These obsolete models are drowning their sorrows in cheap engine oil. Gross. Oh wow, that is depressing. So yeah, I want to say, I don't think she's. I don't think Safi is Yumi's model specifically. Just with different textures on it. I think that specifically it's one of the other generic models where they have like spiky hair. But generic female models have spiky hair on her. Anyway, we're gonna go over here because we want to upgrade. First and foremost, we want.
Greetings. I am Jacob, but my friends call me Nuts because I'm always tinkering. I offer metal manipulations and powerful enchantments on weapons and armor. How can I help you?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I want some work done. Let's see what you got. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Buki, and we're going to upgrade her ultimate weapon. We're going to start with what we're going to do with this one, right? Is we're going to do Vampire Fang. That's it. That's all we want to do right now. It does enough damage as this. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm stuck in a mindset of a different game with the back out all the time to get to other characters, but this one you don't have to. It's surprisingly streamlined. So we pretty much got all the enchantment runes you want to get. So we want to hold off for right now on that. Now, Elko, we want to actually do some work on some of Elko's weapons because he doesn't actually have. But he's got this one, but we want to hold off on using that one for a little bit. So we want to use his phaser, and we want to do the basic upgrades for this one to, as soon as you make it more utility based. Is that the
Thank you for your.
I keep doing that. You don't need to do that, man. You don't. Okay, now I'm just being stupid. You don't need to do that. Okay, so now we want to do some work on his Ion Fluxinator. Specifically, you want to turn this into a Spirit Bite. And that's going to be it for him. Tau, I don't think I've upgraded many of his weapons, actually. No, wait. That one's fine. Okay, so we could do work on this one, but we want to do work on Argos Cleaver. We're going to turn that into a Vampire Fang as well. And we're going to turn that into a Spirit Bite. And I think that's going to do it for right now. See, that's 35. That's 20. Okay, so.
Thank you for your business.
So that's pretty much all I want to do at the moment. Wait. I'm sorry. Let me check one more thing. I always do this. Let's go to Ailish. Okay, so yeah, hers is good. Buki stuff. I actually haven't done much on a lot of her weaponry. So yeah, no, that's pretty much it because we really don't need to do anything else for weapons at the time. And now I'm going to go ahead and save here. Everything's going kind of okay here. And now we're going to do the final side quest that I know of. I'll look into a little bit to a few more off screen if I have forgotten any. This is why you really do want to take notes, but I'm just too hard-headed to do it. Well, less hard-headed, more that I just want to prove to myself that my memory isn't going at my age, because I'm not that old, and I want to make sure that I can still remember things. Like, the more you train your brain to do stuff, the more you stave off memory loss and whatnot. You won't prevent it, you won't stop it, but, you know, trying to, you know, just keep yourself more mentally active, it does help a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. Anyway, let's go up here. This is where the last one is. Okay. Elko climbs things so weirdly. Hello there, Mr. Robot. How are you today?
Man or machine, come test the champion. Pit your strength against the iron will of the Iron Man. Sorry, but you do not qualify for the challenge. You're already 20% robot, sir, and we are only looking for soft tissue type swordsmen to take part in this experiment.
Oh, that's discriminatory. Well, interesting. I wonder what he'll say if we bring Ailish into there then. So they already know he wants a swordsman and she's a mage, but I want to see what he says, just because, you know, because Elko can't participate because he's part robot because of his arm.
Man or machine, come test the champion. Pit your strength against the iron will of the Iron Man. Sorry, but you do not qualify for the challenge. I can see that you're keen to strike a blow against sexism by taking on the Deathbot, but if I am honest, you could do more for women if you were to just go home and put some clothes on.
Dang! And the funny thing is, Ailish is fully clothed. Ailish is fully clothed. If you could come to this area in the early game in her early attire, that would make more sense. But wow, that was brutal. So they knew how sexualized their characters were, or at least how sexualized Ailish were. How sexualized she was. I wonder about Buki though. I gotta see this. She's a swordsman.
Man or machine, come test the champion. Pit your strength against the iron will of the Iron Man. Sorry, but you do not qualify for the challenge. While you are classed as a soft tissue type, you also seem to be more pussycat than person. Anthropomorphic cats may be required for testing at a later date, but not today.
So the girl that is pretty much fully clothed, he says go put some clothes on. The girl who's mostly naked, he says you're more cat than woman. You're more cat than human, so no. Which means there's only one option for this trial. Tao. Before we do that, let's go ahead and equip him properly. We're going to use the chainsword for this. Trust me, you want the chainsword for this particular fight. As a matter of fact, we're going to be defaulting to the chainsword probably for the rest of this dungeon area, just because.
Man or machine, come test the champion. Pit your strength against the iron will of the Iron Man. The challenge is to wage war on the war machine itself. Climb up the ladder if you believe that a soft tissue type such as yourself can really be a match for the Deathbot.
I'll turn him into scrap metal.
Great. Go straight up that ladder and you can take on the war machine.
Dude, your voice changed like crazy there. Now, here's what you want to do. You want to be at close to max health for this, because this particular fight is by far the hardest fight in the game. You're going to be cheesing this boss fight a lot, and you do not want him in the center. You see that your reward is a your reward is, for beating this thing is a chest. This thing does a lot of damage to you, so the Iron Warrior.
I shall lead us to victory.
You want to use Geyser Charge is a good one to use, but also Blaze Spark's a good one to use. The one thing you want to do is keep this thing in a corner. That's one thing you want to do. You want to keep this thing as far into the corner as you can, because this thing has a super move that will kill you. It will kill you in one shot, no matter what your health is. No matter what your health is, this thing will kill you in one shot. Let's go south. So what you want to do is, this is kind of boring. Admittedly, this is kind of boring, but you want to pretty much get them in the corner and then just use your what's the word I'm looking for here? Use your blade dance to attack it as much as possible, and then I need a potion here. That's going to be a bit too much. Ointment. There we go. Okay, so he did a super move. So he's over here. It helps to kind of put him inside this corner personally, so you can kind of keep a better eye on him. And as you can see, this thing is designed to fight like a Arcanite. And as a result, its super move is pretty much the Warlock's what's the word for the Warlock's area of attack, the AoE attack, and it is a one-hit kill. No matter what, it is a one-hit kill. You are not going to be able to block it. You're not going to be able to do anything about it. And if he's in the middle of the arena, you will not be able to dodge it. You want to keep him in a corner here, because that's the only way you're going to beat it. Otherwise, you're fighting an uphill battle. And believe me when I say, this is one uphill battle you don't want to try to do. You don't want to try to do the hard way. We're going to get him down as low as we can. Okay. This here. And just keep doing this. I know it's the boring strategy to do. There is a challenge mode where well, I know you can challenge it and fight it the regular way, but I have dealt with this robot so many times in the past that I just don't want to do it legitimately, because it is such a pain in the butt to fight. Because there's nothing worse than having this thing down to the last bit of health, like the last sliver of health, and then it just pulls out that move. It was so demoralizing. Still south. Where's the south? Come on, south. Oh, and by the way, if you're thinking, well, that's no problem. Just use your champion skill. Well, here's the problem with the champion skill. It doesn't kill it in one shot.
Awaken my dormant soul. I have need of your strength.
And all of that's a lot of damage. Do you see how little damage that actually did to this thing? Oh wait, never mind. It actually did a pretty amount of damage. It actually went down nearly to empty. So we're about to beat this thing. There you go. Now what do we get for beating it? Well, okay, so we couldn't actually see it, and as killing it refilled one bar of our attack. What we got for killing this thing was a huge gold bar. Save this. Do not sell this to Kamo. This is the this huge bar will get you a lot of money. But if you sell it to Kamo, he won't give you anything for it. Now then, I feel like there's something else I was supposed to do. Right, I need to look at Ailish. The one thing I forgot to show off with Ailish is that her new spirit skill. Well, let's do it later. Because yeah, we did look at it. We had to look at it when we're not in combat, like we're not separate like this. So open this up, and we get the final wolf totem. We now have all the totems we need to get Tal's ultimate weapon, and we will be doing that next time. Because this is run a little bit long, and yeah, that fight takes forever, and it can kill you in one shot. Oh wait, I forgot. I wanna rub it in this robot's face. I want to rub it in this robot. Oh no, wait, the robot's gone. You can't rub it in his face. Coward. Talk all that smack, and then he up and left. Should have noticed. But yeah, no. If you go in, before we do that, if you go into here, and we look at the skill strikes, the spirit strikes, we have the Great Warlord Karastan strikes the ground with his mighty sword, causing a great deal of damage to everything in range. Buki. Now let's see if we go to Buki. So we have to do this right here. Buki's skill strike is fire and ice. Low attacks enemies with the power of both fire and ice. Ailish now has 2. Pure land. Levitas summons the power of frost, causing terrible damage to enemies and freezing them rigid. So even if it doesn't kill them, it freezes them. And that is a debuff where it will freeze them in place. Number 2. Spirit Flute. The Levitas blesses the party, reviving and regenerating all characters. So basically, this is an enhanced version of Ailish's Resurrect ability. And all it does, admittedly, I haven't used it very much because well, I guess let's explain how that works real quick. So how this works is,
Greetings.
let's go to the weaponsmith real quick. Yeah, sure, let me go down there anyway. How this works is that you may have noticed in the course of the game that the spirit bar fills up twice. One time it's silver, another time it's gold. You need a gold spirit bar to use your ultimate attack, right? Yeah, that's 200 spirit points. So a whole gold bar is 100 spirit points. When it's fully silver, that's 100. And when you have it like that, you can use your secondary spirit abilities, which are support abilities. And trust me, in some areas they come in very good handy. Now then, we're going to save, and in the next one, we're going to open up with getting Tal's ultimate weapon. I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you later.